You're listening to Opinions and Beer. I prefer mead. You sent me to hell, Jason.
I really just want to make everybody jealous.
I'm a person from Earth.
Listen, what are we talking about?
I reckon it sounds like Opinions and Beer.
You can do it. Dingo?
Oh, I'm good.
You're the smartest dumb guys I've ever met.
All I drink is lagers. What?
Oh, am I supposed to comment on that? Yeah.
This is Opinions and Beer. We're your hosts, Adam and Eamon.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
Hello, everybody. Breaking news, I need you to go right now. Quit what you're doing. Quit listening to us. Don't listen to us.
Turn this off right now. But wait.
Go to your Facebook, join our Facebook group, Opinions and Beer, and then come back and listen to us some more. Wherever you're listening to us, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, where are you listening to us at?
Yeah, be sure to post on there. Say, hey, I'm so and so. I'm from wherever, and then put
On Twitter.
yeah. I listen to y'all from blah blah blah. This is and then blah blah blah. This is my favorite type of beer.
We have an Instagram account where we post photos of the beers we're drinking, so you can follow along. We also post photos on our Opinions and Beer Facebook page. We post all kinds of things. Eamon is a gamer. He's a streamer on Twitch.
That I am.
XAEMON X on Twitch.
You can find me there. Or I'm also
He's on Discord.
usually chatting people up in the Facebook as well. So.
Facebook, Discord. He has a Twitter. He has his own Twitter.
Yeah,
I mean,
Twitter, Instagram.
Dude.
If you want to get in touch with us, you can get in trouble.
Eamon probably doesn't know this, but we have a freaking LinkedIn account.
Yeah, where you can find us.
And link up with us for business acquisitions. In fact, someone just linked up with me, trying to tell me that they have a podcast and they want to do a joint episode and be a guest on our podcast.
What does that mean? What are they? So would we?
This is the first time someone has even.
So they would say like they want
I think it's 'cause
to come over to our podcast, talk about their stuff, and then us vice versa. They go over there and talk about it.
That could work.
For like a kind of cross promotional issue,
Yeah,
or are they wanting
we
to
recently
join in and fucking drink a beer with us and comment on it? Because that's okay too.
Maybe. Well, I told them that we already have. Oh, you don't know. We don't talk enough.
No, we don't.
What's going
No,
on?
there's like no communication. We like live right down the road.
I messaged you.
Well, I'm a night person.
I'm scared to go to your house because you'll yell at me.
Yeah, I'll yell at if anybody shows up at my house. I may be welcoming, but most of the time I will yell at you.
And so I'll text Eamon. I'll go, sup. Sup. I'm like, I can't go to your house, but I really want to go to your house. I'm like,
well, I mean,
itching. I'm like itching right now. I don't want to be yelled at though.
It's okay. Well, I might yell at you if you just show up at my house. But if you're like, hey, sup, I'm here or something, or hey, sup, I'm headed over.
Okay.
I'll probably yell at you then, but I'll have the yell out of the system by the time you get there.
Okay.
So,
but
it's just, I mean, I'm sure folks at home, y'all are the same way,
And we have lots to talk about. Like we have a
yeah, we're
show
it's hard to sit here and do all these things because it's like, in order for us to be more recognized and stuff, we have to do all of these social events, and we have to be social people. And like, I'm not really a social person. You are to an extent, but you also are not. So it's like, it's hard for us to go out and do these things like for cross promotional value, but like it's something that we gotta come to terms with.
So we actually have two interviews that we're planning for the near future. Whether or not because obviously the pirate interview never manifested.
Yeah, what is what was do you know her name?
The pirate lady.
All right, so Miss Pirate Lady.
Miss Pirate Lady.
Or is it
she had a bunch
misses?
of health issues, and we just couldn't get her on. And
Oh, okay.
Well, we promoted it, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and promote these next interviews, even though they don't happen. We we have a
Fuck, we've been talking about Andy Dick for a while.
yeah. We
Never talked to him.
We have a maybe interview with
We almost talked to Todd Farland. Todd McFarlane turned us down. So that's credibility.
I just said to you who his name was.
Did you?
I said to you a name. Hell yeah. This sounds really good. Crap, Mr. Alpha.
Yeah,
Chat and memes killing me. Also emailed this person, altered message. Jim Cody Williams.
Jim Cody Williams?
Now, Jim Cody Williams was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he was, huh?
He was in Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
Really? Specifically, too?
Yeah.
There was a lot of very specific people in Pirates of the Caribbean, too. So.
Well, he was one of the people where Jack Sparrow... not Jack Sparrow. Will Turner is looking for Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
And he's like...
Is it like in Tortuga or whatever?
Yeah, before Tortuga.
Okay.
Because he's asking people, where is Jack Sparrow? And like, it keeps leading him to a different path, and he's one of the people that says, "I seen Jack, he blah, 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 blah." And then like the next group is like these women or whatever. But,
oh, okay.
But he was in that scene, and then he was one of the... He has a signature beard and stuff like that.
Oh, he has a signature
he
beard?
usually has
Like Guan Yu?
He usually does westerns, or he usually plays like a biker or a gang member. He was in Sons of Anarchy, and the lead in Sons of Anarchy, like, "You motherfucker, don't fuck with me."
Oh, really? That's a huge deal. Sons of Anarchy is huge.
He did a scene with Kurt Russell where I guess he gets shot, and the guy's like, kill the motherfucker."
Like I'm pretty sure that my nephew's named Jax after the character Jax from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, so it's a big deal. That's a big deal.
And, he worked with Kurt Russell. He worked on he was in Dodgeball as the guy that was rubbing himself to
yeah.
to what's his name, cleaning his truck.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
And then he was in Herbie.
Awesome.
He was Herbie. He was the big monster truck driver in the Herbie movie with that one lady that likes to kidnap children in Pakistan.
So that'll be an interesting interview. What do you think? What do you think we should talk about with him?
Maybe we could get him to like talk about his experiences on sets, especially like working with guys like Will Turner.
Yeah,
Orlando Bloom, and like all these,
to help give like other people a little
like
bit
a
of
lot of big
advice and
movies.
whatnot.
You know, he's not like a big actor, but I mean, he's been in a lot of big films.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten roles in big films.
Yeah,
and speaking roles.
Either way, he's
speaking
like
roles. So it's not like
really good management as well.
Yeah, So talk to him about like all that, like his experiences on set, and like who's nice, who's dicks.
Yeah,
I guess like get his opinions on things.
I guess and potential beard creams, because we're bearders as well. And, we are beard bros.
And then we have the leader of a potentially leader of a paranormal team.
Oh shit!
Joshua Warwick. He'll be in studio with us.
Joshua Warwick? Rourke? How do you spell that?
R-O-A-K-E.
R-O-A-K.
Roke? Joshua Rourke.
Rock?
Maybe in studio with us.
We'll call him Rocky for short.
In studio with us.
Okay.
Discussing his resurgence of his paranormal team.
Okay. Oh, so they're gonna be promoting that they're going back out there.
Yes.
That's very cool. I wonder what caused them to separate at first. I wonder if it was a super spooky thing that happened that made them they were like, no guys, it's too spooky.
Speaking of spooky, that gets me to
beer of the day. He said it's spooky because it's a lager.
Today's beer of the day is Blackened Voodoo Dixie Beer Lager.
Here, let me rinse out this glass real quick. Go on.
Is that rinse good enough?
This one? Oh, you rinsed this one?
I did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's like a little bit of water at the bottom.
Yeah, I thought that was leftover
Yeah, I
beer.
rinsed it out for you, bro. You can open your beer if you want. Look at that.
I don't want to.
A nice black.
Look, it looks like a beautiful amber.
Yeah, I mean, look. Oh, yeah, it's like a red. Well, the bottom is red, but it's like really dark color. It's more like a brown.
Man, I love the coloration.
See the
on it.
light
I absolutely
in here.
love the coloration.
This thing is 5.5% in alcohol by volume.
It looks like a fucking caramel beer.
Who brews this?
Looks like a caramel beer.
Who brews this beer? It's in New Orleans. I think Dixie. I think it's the Dixie Brewing Company.
Okay, so
It's Blackened Voodoo Lager, Dixie Brewing Company beer.
Dixie beer.
Yeah, Dixie beer. We don't drink
Not a
too
lot
many
of.
lagers
I've
on the
noticed that.
show.
Wait, you said this is from Louisiana?
It's a Louisiana brewed beer, yes.
Louisiana, they don't put anything on their beers. Have you noticed that? Every beer that we've gotten from Louisiana, they put no description. They
Yeah.
put no flavors. They put no story. Oh, wait. Shame on me. Look at the top. Look at the
Dixie Beer
top.
was born in
Little tiny
1907.
words up there. It's
And
got
grew
the
up to
art.
be the regarded
No,
as,
no,
regard-
don't fucking.
regarded as the
Sorry,
beer-
guys. Fruity and slip.
regarded as the beer of New Orleans. Dixie Blackened Voodoo Lager. Look, I thought it said that.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
why.
totally
I thought they
just.
were- I thought they were trying to say
You
something
totally
silly.
just said this beer's retarded.
No, I thought they were saying
Okay.
that it grew up to be.
Grew up.
retarded.
Dixie Beer was born in 1907 and grew up to be retarded. Unfortunately. As the beer of New Orleans, Dixie Blackened Voodoo Lager debuted in 1992 and was an instant hit for the bewitching character of this malty German Dunkel-inspired brew.
Oh, it's a dunkel?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a dunkel.
Dunkel-inspired.
Oh,
Dunkel-inspired.
okay. My bad.
So it isn't a Dunkel, but they probably took like crafting process.
What a joke.
Well, so what's a Dunkel? Because that's over my
double.
head. Oh, okay. So it's a double lager.
But it's only 5%, so I guess it would be like, to be a dunkel, it might be like 8%. But
That's why
unless they started off at like 2.5.
maybe, or maybe they were like, let's make this a stronger beer, but let's only have the inspiration of a stronger beer.
Because most typical lagers, the mass
Ooh,
consumers.
holy shit! Have you smelled it? I can't smell very many beers, but this one I
Ooh,
just got a
it
whiff
smells very
in.
malty.
Yeah.
Roasty.
Yeah, very roasted. That's what I'm saying. I
Roasted
can
lager.
almost smell caramel flavoring
That's why I say
in here.
they say lagers are the hardest beers to brew. So I
Man,
mean,
yeah, that smells
if
so
this,
good.
If this lager tastes
It-
like a stout,
It looks and smells like a porter.
okay.
Like that's what I'm getting from it right now. But
So we're gonna go ahead and taste this beer. That's probably the best fucking lager.
yeah, that's because it's not a lager. Let's be honest. This is not a lager. It's
It is a lager.
it's a porter / stout.
This is a No, because you can get those lager notes.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Porters are a bit more yeah, because you can kind of taste like a
But the roasted
it's like a
the roasted hops, yeah,
roasted
or whatever they are.
like a minor.
Roasted malts. That's what it is. Malts.
I'm trying to think of what a lager tastes like, and I can taste
Water.
no, because you can taste. There's at least a minor flavor in Budweiser,
Okay.
and I can taste that minor flavor better. It's like a better version of that flavor in this beer, which makes a lager. But it's like a.
But then they also put like
It's like a porter. It's like a porter version of Budweiser.
they put caramel flavoring. I guarantee it's caramel flavoring, and then I guess they burnt it a little bit. Is that what that is?
Yeah. It's like really. Oh man. That's a good lager.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question about it. It actually, what was in Dragon's Milk? Because there's a lot of similar tastes. This is obviously more spicy, more burnt.
Oh yeah.
This is more bitter.
Well, I think Dragon's Milk is bourbon aged though.
Is that what this is? Am I getting bourbon barrel
This
aged?
isn't bourbon aged.
Is it?
It's not.
Yeah, but like
But
it
Dragon's
kind
Milk is
of
bourbon aged.
it kind of tastes
So
like.
now you're tasting whatever isn't the bourbon in Dragon's Milk.
It must be caramel.
Maybe-
It must be like
maybe
like
the roasted
roasted malt caramel.
roasted
or something.
barley or malts. Whatever they do to make this blackened beer black. Whatever they do to make this lager.
Malty German Dunkel inspired brew. That's all they say to it.
I know, how lame. It's aged for a second too. Not aged too bad. A few months.
No, it's really nice though. It's really nice. It's coming through really good.
So maybe I should go ahead and rate the beer. Let's think about it for a second. What do you want to talk about? What's this is getting posted today. All right, when we're done, it's being posted.
All right. So what do you look for? What do you look for in a beer?
What do I look for in a beer?
Yeah.
Tastes good.
How can you tell the difference between like the crafting style? Like
I don't know. I guess you know what. Obviously, in a future episode, we obviously did in a future episode, we're probably gonna do that. We're gonna mix styles, or in the previous episode we did the mixing of the IPAs and the different styles, and we tried 2 IPAs close to each other.
yeah.
And I think to tell the difference between styles, you might actually just have to. We just have to drink the beers together. Like we're gonna have to get another Blackened Lager somewhere, because I mean, this isn't the only one. There's other Blackened Lagers out there. This one so far, I mean, I think the only other one I've known is maybe if Ugly Pug is a Blackened Lager.
So is the Blackened Lager
is better than fucking that one?
Yeah. Is Blackened Lager, is that made by them intentionally like burning or roasting the malts? Is that why it's blackened? Because like I know in like every other form of like cooking or whatever, when they say blackened, it's because they like burn it almost.
Yeah.
And so it gets crispy, blackened hint.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's what it means. That's why it tastes like it. That's why it has this really like this. It definitely has.
Man,
this
it's really
porter
nice.
flavor.
It's really nice to find a beer this high caliber just right in Louisiana. Like that's really cool to know that it's
a good beer
right
too.
there. Yeah.
I can't stress it enough. It's not a 10 though.
So exactly, this is the reason why you're not hearing a number from us is because we're debating so fucking hard on whether it's a 10 or not, because it is genuinely that good. But let's talk about what's wrong here. I feel like that with the burnt notes, the aftertaste does come off a little much. And I feel like also, hold on, let me take another sip. See, this is where it gets hard, because it's like, I can't give it a 10. It's not good enough to be a 10, but it is so fucking close. It's like a 9.7. I'm gonna have to deduct like 0.2 for just.
Yeah.
I'm not too huge on the burnt aftertaste. If the aftertaste wasn't so strong, then I'd be totally down for it.
I'll give it a 9.
Oh, and by the way, guys, you only get that aftertaste if you chug it. So.
Man, Blackened Voodoo Lager. Give it a 9. Dark shit.
Go pick this beer up. It is definitely worth trying at least once.
This is being posted today. We talk about
something relative to today news.
It's up to you. I mean, if we can be,
I'm not huge on current event issues.
if we can be as medium as possible.
So
I'm about to bring it up.
So what can we? No. Are you about to bring up political stuff?
It's not. It doesn't have to be political.
I don't want to talk about any of the real news that's going on right now. I don't want to deal with that. No.
Why?
But we can touch some of the other stuff, like Zelda fans protest smash PS4 over very similar Chinese game.
I want to come up with a solution with you on something.
Trump administration labels China a currency manipulator.
What?
This was 6 hours ago, by the way.
I want to come up with a solution with you on something.
By CNN. Andy Serkis.
I want to ask questions.
Andy Serkis closes deal to direct Venom 2?
Directing Venom 2, yeah.
Andy Serkis? Smeagol is going to direct Venom 2?
Yeah, but did you watch his Mogwai movie?
Mogwai?
Yeah, you didn't watch it. It's no
Mowgli?
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Because you know who Mogwai is, right? Mogwai is the name of a gremlin. An unturned gremlin.
Mowgli.
That's what the little brown Furby thing in Gremlin. That's what Mogwai is.
Finish the damn movie.
The Chinese version of it before it turns into the gremlin is Mogwai.
What else did he make?
Mowgli is the main character in the Jungle Book.
Yes.
They're very different things. Now, if he made a Mogwai, then I would have to kind of respect him because that's kind of cool. If he made a Mowgli, well, of course, Andy Serkis directing a fucking Mowgli movie isn't gonna turn out well. Like, what did he make Mowgli hop around like Gollum or some shit? I mean, it would be entertaining at that point, but
I think he might have been all the animals or something.
He was literally Andy Serkis was just like, I'm just gonna play every animal, and that's why it's gonna be a good movie. And they're like, do you really need all 50 of us on set for you to act out a tiger? And he's like, rawr, rawr. This is a professional film done by Disney. And then it wasn't. It wasn't a professional film done by Disney?
It wasn't.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Where Andy Serkis did all of the animals. He played all of the animals.
That's why they took it from theaters and put it in a Netflix release. You didn't watch that? I couldn't watch it. I already seen the fucking Jon Favreau one.
Really? Okay, so CNN says McDonald's new paper straws aren't recyclable, but its axed plastic ones were.
Gun violence.
What about what's going on with the mild discontent with CNN for everything? This mild discontent. That could have been a pretty positive one all around, but they were like, but we miss our plastic straws.
Damn plastic. Do you miss it?
I don't know.
Well, we're not affected yet.
Dude, okay, so here's the deal. Plastics are made from hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are essentially just fossil fuels, aka gasoline, just broken down in a different way. Every form of plastic is a form of hydrocarbon. I don't know if you've ever bathed in gasoline or put it on your mouth, but I'm pretty sure that a product derived from that is possible, for causing cancer and stuff like that. That's why, a lot of people mock California for its insane cancer laws. They say that fucking, dude, they said that sawdust or plant inhaling wood dust or whatever can cause you cancer. And it's I guess I can understand that, but you're telling me that wood and plants, the things put on this earth that create oxygen for us to be able to live, you're telling me that those things, if we inhale a plant, that we can get cancer from that? That's what California just said, that if we inhale from plants the same things that create oxygen for us to live, that we will get cancer from that. So essentially, by being alive, we will have cancer, or we will get cancer.
You can.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Obviously, not everybody. Does
yeah.
Everybody that smoke get cancer?
Oh, obviously. Yeah, they're all just riddled with it.
My God. No, it's obvious.
You smoke one weed, you got the instant cancer. That's how it works.
That we all have cancer cells in our bodies already, and that they just get activated.
Really? No, I've never heard that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just they just get activated somehow by certain things.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's like almost random.
Look, we're kind of rambling and trailing off. I want to focus back on the main thing here and say that
I want to solve gun control with you.
Okay. So CNN just said that they want plastic straws over paper straws, even though plastic straws potentially cause cancer.
Right.
But they're recyclable. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking. When did paper become non-recyclable?
I don't know.
Yeah, hasn't it always been recyclable?
Doesn't it go away?
Paper?
Doesn't it disintegrate?
I guess. Is that what they're saying? Is that their paper will disintegrate?
Plastic doesn't.
No, plastic doesn't.
But they're making plastic versions that do.
That disintegrate?
Yeah. Right?
It must not be plastic then.
That's what the Dasani water plastic thing says it now. It says that we disintegrate.
Yeah. Forgive me if I don't immediately believe like Coca-Cola brand water. Like I'm just saying like they're like, oh, hey guys, guess what? We're the ones that have made the biggest green environment improvements.
You never know.
No, you're right. You never know. Like the biggest research finds in all of history, they just come out of nowhere. So
how do we solve gun violence? God damn it!
Look, this is the thing. The reason why I'm a libertarian is because there's issues that are bigger than my brain and my knowledge that I'm not able to give enough information about, or to be able to comment on, because
I just hear so much frustrating things. I feel like do people not? There's background checks, right?
What do you mean?
Well, because people people on the radio they're like, oh, we need background checks for guns. Like it's already there. We already have these things. I can't go get a gun. I've been into the mental ward.
Here's the problem: is that people who slide under the radar intentionally for as long as they can go out and get guns and then do horrible acts of violence. That's what just recently is going to happen, and it's going to happen.
So one of them was apparently racially motivated.
That's speculation, though. That's speculation, because the same guy that did that, he took from the New Zealand guy who wrote the fucking fucked up fake manifesto.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that these people are trolls. They genuinely have no fucking political affiliation, and they have no motivation besides trying to stir up drama. The whole point of why someone did this was because they were so unhappy with their lives that they felt the need to try and fuck everyone around them as hard as they could.
How come you're the first person to say that in media?
I'm the first one to say that
in media ever.
Well, that's because they're all fucking, I don't know, they're paid, or they genuinely don't care. They get two people. Here's the thing, man. It sucks because my job. Look, dude. Yeah. My job. I stay on social media almost 24/7. And it fucking sucks whenever an issue like this happens, because I see all of these people making all of these comments, both sides saying remarkably stupid comments. Yes, stupid. It makes me feel bad, and I want to try and educate people, but we can't get too political on these issues because it's not our place. Right. Here's the thing, listeners at home, This is your decision. These are the decisions that you have to come up with. We cannot tell you what to do. No one should be able to tell you what to do. So, formulate your own opinions, whether I disagree with it or not. You're an asshole. I'm an asshole. Let's come to terms with that and then progress forward.
Is it weird that the Dayton shooter, because they keep bringing up the El Paso shooter, they don't want to bring up the Dayton shooter because the Dayton shooter just wanted to kill his fucking sister apparently, and was just. Is that weird?
Is it weird that someone wanted to kill their sister? That's honestly not too weird.
And he was the one with the fucking Kevlar vest.
I mean, let's be honest, guys.
They posted his death on social media. They posted
What do you mean?
I've watched there's a video of him because the security cameras he's coming around the corner chasing people and the cops shoot him down and he's oh, and he falls down and he's dead.
Look, okay. So, I don't know anything about anything that's going on with it, and I'm not going to, because these people do this because they want attention. They want to draw negative attention and incite violence, including racial violence. That's what they want. The media picks this shit up, and they spit it out, and they all try and... They try and make a big deal out of situations like this because... they need to justify their incomes. They have to pretend like they're doing something in order for everyone to continue to pay them. That way they can leech out the system and not change anything, be it gun laws or psychology or whatever you want to claim.
How deep do you think the hands go as far as
I have a gun. I think that I should be able to have a gun to defend myself in the case that someone fucking tries to shoot me.
Is it weird when
I don't think that it should be okay for everyone to be able to shoot anyone that they want.
Is the ideology of punishing someone for someone else's mistakes weird?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a weird thing.
That's a weird thing.
You're trying to create a weird. It's not weird, I guess, but like a safe.
So here's a problem. Here's a problem.
Society.
People view every single thing by collectivism, by identity. Some people even view it by race if they're fucking stupid enough to believe that. I don't understand why it's done like that, but that's just what it is. But anytime you take a group of people and you say this group of people believes that, you are immediately already in the wrong. Every time we say every craft beer drinker out there fucking loves these fucking beers in cans. Fuck them. That is wrong. Because we both know that not every craft beer drinker out there is the same.
Right.
Guess what, people? Neither are all black people. Neither are all white people. Neither are any of the other races. You cannot group or lump people together by race, by a belief system, because every single person is wrong. Not wrong, excuse me, is different. Well, I mean, you're all wrong too.
You're all wrong.
But no, what I'm trying to say is that, you can't view it off of that. And you cannot punish other people based off of one psychopath's actions. And let's be real. I don't know what would have changed any of those issues. What if the political environment had been different? People weren't as hostile. Maybe this guy wouldn't have been as motivated.
Well, that doesn't make sense because apparently in the last political cycle, there were 16 mass shootings, where this political cycle has only been 6 so far, 5, 6.
It's not a dick measuring contest.
No, I know, but but you're saying that you brought up the political climate, but what I feel like people. Everyone's just different.
The reason why I brought it up is because that's what other people are referring to.
For the El Paso shooting, because of the manifesto listed a bunch of Mexican government official or some shit like that.
And here's the problem. Why is a single fucking person, like, actually looking at this guy's words? Like, who gives a shit? None of.
I guess they're trying to figure out the brain behind a murderer. But
yeah, but he's a troll.
Fucking know.
If he like
that's why I tell fucking people they're fucking nerds. They want
like if he posted a manifesto to, I don't know if anyone, like, listeners, have any of you been on 4chan? Have any of you been on 8chan? I don't even know what 8chan is. I'm assuming that it is 4chan for 4chan people who can't post their 4chan to 4chan.
8chan is for, like, the racist 4chan people?
That's 4chan.
Okay.
Like, all of everybody on there is a
But
racist piece of shit.
Okay, 8chan
like,
is for open race. Open racists.
Yeah.
4chan is for closet racists.
No, man, they're both full of open racists. Like,
I don't know what to tell you then. I don't know what the fuck is what.
I've seen enough 4chan posts to know that all of them are fucking asshole racists. But don't lump them together by group identity.
But they're also hackers that will hack your Twitch.
Don't hack you and make you a racist.
It's just crazy, man. Like, I was there's been mass shootings for like ever. But did you know that America classifies mass shootings as like killing more than like 4 people or something, or 5 people? And there's talk right now because there's disparity, because like why is America labeled the biggest mass shooting country when we believe that other countries have more murders and death and stuff and right there? But that's because while other countries might have more murderings happening, that they might classify mass shootings differently than we do.
I don't know, man. How many times have you been murdered? That's what I'm saying. Like, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. I guess it's just weird. I don't know. Statistically, it's just weird. It's just weird.
Do you know of anyone? Do you know of anyone that's been murdered?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, technically, because it was a suicide, but everyone claims it was a murder.
Oh. Okay.
So that's why it's like technically. So 1.
So I know of one girl that was murdered, and she was murdered by her father, her baby daddy.
Okay.
That's about it. So I mean, what people claim and what most detectives claim or whatever is that in most cases, like murder and shit like that, it's people nearby or close, somebody attached. Kind of ties into the issue where the guy who killed a bunch of people up in Ohio or whatever, you said it was just trying to kill his sister.
Well, that's what apparently his sister was I feel like his sister was a fucking target because that's who died. that's one of the people that like apparently he like went after. He was like shooting into a area where his sister was.
And then not accidentally.
Not accidentally. He was trying to shoot everybody, I guess, but it was the area where his sister was. He was chasing. He was in a fucking Kevlar vest. Where are you getting a? Like maybe you should. What's weird? No, this is what frustrates me. These people on the radio and stuff. This is why I want to bring it up, honestly, because the people on the radio make me so mad listening to them.
Well, I mean, you got to remember that those people, they're literally, their job, radio people, are to, like, get people talking. Doesn't matter if it's good. Doesn't matter if it's bad. They just need people to hear what they say. That's why they go do all the over-the-top, like,
but I feel like
fucking stupid
shit.
shit.
I feel like when one of these things happen, it's like they completely, like every mass shooting is the most recent mass shooting, as far as like they don't look at them individually and like characterize them and what made this person do this, what made this. It's like whenever a new mass shooting happens, all the previous mass shootings are now just that mass shooting. I know all mass shootings are racially motivated and and just some white people who hate minorities or something. And it's I don't know. I can't explain. Like I don't know why I'm just upset. I'm not. I don't know why I'm upset. To be honest.
No, you're upset because a humongous tragedy happened. You know, there's something that you had literally no control over. But I mean, even with no control over a situation and not even being a part of it, on the opposite side of the world almost, you know, like
Yeah.
people will try and attribute that case and that scenario to you. So it's understandable for you to feel, you know, like you do. And you know, there's like,
I just feel like they forget. Like they forget like the other shootings, and like they forget like there's like a bigger. It's like everyone acts stupid. It's like and they want to cling to their one defense. Like well, like I thoroughly believe that that there's certain people that just want to kill some people.
exactly. And here's the problem is that people believe
no one can
that,
say that. No one's willing to say that people just want to kill people. They
Yeah.
want to say, "Oh, there's these guns," and
no, go on 8chan and you can see the actual discontent from everybody. Like there are people that are really fucking pissed off right now. They're really pissed off, and they take it out in whatever form or way that they can, and you know, people resort to what they're gonna resort to.
do you think what do you think about this? It's brought up again. The video games are making people now.
So I had saw something that I think Fox News, you know, the very credible news source,
Which is
Fox
weird
News.
because in the 90s it was the Democrats that were against video games.
That's you're still on my point before I can even make it. But whenever I was growing up, I posted this to somebody's page the other day because they were kind of asking. They posted a picture of Fox News or whatever. And I guess the Fox News host was claiming that like Fortnite or like other shooters like this right now are like stimulating violence or whatever. And this is a regurgitated thing. It's bullshit. And I'm going to tell you, no, I'm going to tell you exactly why it is bullshit, my brother, because in the 90s, it was the same exact thing, except they were claiming games that were far more seriously brutal, like Mortal Kombat, where you're ripping people's fucking, like, bodies apart and shit like that. They were saying that these games were too brutal and they were too violent. And the entire reason why any of this was brought up is because the Columbine shooters. This is the problem, is that people are trying to create profiles for these people. The Columbine shooters made their own video game.
Were they the youngest?
They were pretty young. They were in high school, obviously. So what happened?
Were they the first like under 20?
Probably.
Under
It was probably one of the earliest.
Because there was mass shootings before them, but I feel like Columbine is like the big one that.
That's
was like,
because Columbine was like kind of like a white rural town with white shooters, stuff like this. You know, people. Whenever you know, not to sound
I think
racially,
wasn't the Lubis
not to look at it.
massacre before that and worse.
Well, hold on.
Or after? Yeah.
That was
Lubies and was that Killing, Texas or something, or near?
that was very similar. But look, dude, you have to understand all of them have taken place since fucking Bill Clinton's been in office. So, give me your thoughts on that. Huh? Fucking, it's all lies and garbage. Anyways, brother man, so the Columbine shooters created their own video game where they plotted through and killed people in their school. And because of that, people have been trying to lump video games into this whole like violent motivated thing. And that's absolute nonsense. And I can attest because I've played video games my entire life. I am a streamer. Video games are for a lot of people. Honestly, if it weren't for video games, I feel like more of these shootings and stuff would be taking place. I feel like people get online, they play video games to release. You know, I might fucking murder like fucking 50 people in Assassin's Creed just for the fuck of it because it makes me smile. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to immediately walk outside and murder my neighbor's dog or kill everyone around me. And here's the thing, though.
Handle their liquor?
No, not everybody can handle their liquor.
Well, then, can everybody handle their video games?
No, not everybody can handle video games. But not everybody can handle a gun either, and that's what happens.
I think that's what's going on.
This is what happens is these people are going through, and they're going to do what they're going to do because they're unhappy. They're unhappy people. It breaks down to, like, it might be a psychologically motivated thing. I mean, almost all of the shooters in the past 20 to 30 years have had some form of psychoanalytical fucking drug or psychoactive drug in their system. Every single one of them. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. Do the research. Go out and look at these. I've done enough research on these to understand that you cannot change a final outcome based on want. Just because something happened, that doesn't mean you can go into the past and stop this guy. I understand that people want to be able to change things, and they should be able to. For some type of like common sense stuff, like at least have the speech out in the open. That way we can discuss things. Like, I agree there. But I also know that people that want to kill people are going to find ways to make their own video games to kill people. Or they might make their own way to fucking get a gun. Like, people can 3D print guns now. It's not like guys, like, I know that Democrats, like, if you want to get rid of weapons, you can't do that anymore. It's not possible.
I mean, even before there was the black market and wherever that is, I mean, people will find it. I mean, how do gangs find the black market and have AK-47s and Uzis still when Uzis have been outlawed?
Fucking the American government most of the time. Gun running to the wrong people. It's a proven case in almost every scenario.
ISIS have fucking guns.
Because we yeah.
I think it's just so crazy.
I think it's crazy too. I don't think that anyone in government should have our money, but that's just me.
That's
because they use things like this, and then they all make a whole lot of money off of our backs. They make all of their money off of our backs. Then they fuck up situations. They don't fix anything. They almost always harm a situation and make it more convoluted or complex, and it just ultimately lines their or lobbyists' pockets. Like, why should we be putting that? Why can't we take our tax money or whatever and then go put it towards these people's funerals or something? Mm-hmm. You know?
I feel like it's complicated because I think we're making it complicated. We're not openly saying that some people can't handle the fucking Beach Boys. Weird things like that. I mean, think about the Manson murders. Like, literally the Manson murders were because of the fucking Beach Boys.
In a way, yeah, Beach Boys, and then they believed Helter Skelter or whatever.
Just certain people. It's just
well, I mean, you know,
people.
even Helter Skelter, the whole idea of that was that there was going to be a racially motivated race war. That in the 60s, that's exactly what that is. Helter Skelter. They believed that that black people were going to get more power or whatever, and then would eventually turn against white people and try and start like a race war with them. So, in order to attack first, Charles Manson deemed that they should so that they could be able to demonize black people. Get this, it's fucked up. They went and murdered these people brutally. They brutally murdered these like white celebrities because they were trying to make it look like black people did it as a racially motivated murder to start a race war. Like, people have been trying to do this for fucking years. I mean, there's no difference. There's no difference between this 8chan fucking loser and Charles Manson. Like, what's the difference there? It's literally the same exact ideology. People want to try and do something because they're trolls. They're horrible people that are shit. Yeah, that's it. They're horrible people that are shit. And they want shit results, so they do these things. Guys, if you're smarter than us and you have a better opinion, we're completely open to it. Like, don't feel like anything is an absolute here. We do not deal in absolutes, only Siths deal in absolutes. So,
Opinions.
And beer.
We are a million and billion.